Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Fleur and this is half an hour of Vinyasa flow, a quite steady, not too strenuous flow. As you can see, I am pregnant, so I am going to modify certain poses. You can take it at your own pace and it's not necessarily suitable for pregnancy, so if you're pregnant, please be aware, please be mindful and only do things that feel right for you. So let's start with just tuning into our body by doing a little standing meditation. Now, the standing meditation is where we try and find a balance in our body. Maybe bring your feet hip width apart and then lift your toes up and spread them on the floor like a mat, like a fan, sorry. Lift up the little toe and then put it down, and then all the other toes place down the big toe as if there's a bit of space between each toe. Good. And then just roll your shoulders a few times up, back and down. Nice and conscious, so not just mindlessly. We want to do this practice mindfully because yoga means that we are connected to what is going on in the mind and the body, the breath, our concentration. So roll the shoulders, feel if there's any crunchiness going on, go mindfully over the crunchiness, and then reverse, draw them back and lift them up high, and roll them forward as if you're exploring the movement in the shoulder range. Good, and then draw the shoulders down, and then reach your fingertips down towards the floor and maybe turn your palms slightly forward if that feels good for you. And then lean back so that the weight goes into your heels. And just slightly notice if there's a moment for, feeling like you have to fall over and lift your arms and lift the feet. And you want to find just a little balance where you draw back and feel you can open the front. So the front lifts up a little bit without you arching and pushing your chest up. So you want to soften down the tailbone. And when you feel that the weight is slightly 55% in your heels and maybe 45% in the front of the foot, see if you can balance so your pubic bone in the middle between your feet. And then soften your ribs down. So the lower ribs, think of them softening down. So you're not trying to push and contract the muscles in the back. And draw the chin slightly in, so the back of your neck lengthens. And then close your eyes when you feel ready, or have a soft gaze in front of you. And just stand here and notice how you are breathing. Notice the breath moving in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. And what you can imagine is you're breathing in through the throat. So as if there's a little straw stuck in the throat, if that's a nice image. Or just imagine you're breathing in on a sigh, but with your mouth closed. And you might find that there's a soft hissing sound, a bit like as if you're sleeping, a soft sound of breath moving in and out. That's Ujjayi breath that we're breathing here. If you're not sure, think of making the sound of ha, H-A, as if you're hazing a mirror or hazing your sunglasses to wipe them. And just take a few rounds here, breathing in this position, standing. And you might notice with your eyes closed that actually, without trying to be really rigid and stiff, the body's always in a slight movement, very slight tiny movements to keep you upright. See if you can soften the shoulders, or if you notice any tension that isn't necessary for you to stay upright and tall, if you can soften it. And let's begin with small circles. So reach the arms out to the side and slowly lift them up towards the sky. Feel that shift as you reach them up, keeping the eyes still closed if it's doable. And then as you exhale, open your arms out to the side and down. And again, as you inhale, reach them out to the side, nice and wide, and lift them up to the sky. Think of the ribs lifting away from your hips and exhaling out to the side and down. And just one more. Inhale, reach the arms all the way out to the side and up. And as you exhale, bring the hands to your heart, palms touching. Lift the heart to your hands. So the thumb is touching your sternum, and set an intention for your practice. Whatever brings you to the practice today, think of that as being your guide for your practice. So mindful practice with this intention of where you are heading to. It could be a word, it could be dedicating your class to something. And then I'll take a deep breath in and open the space with an Om as an offering. And if you're not there already, come to the front of the mat, blinking your eyes open. Reach your arms up high, lift them up to the ceiling, either apart or together. As you exhale, fold down, head to the shins. You're going to go and stay here for a moment. Just bend your knees slightly, relax your head, and see if you can soften, rocking your body side to side. I have to take my legs a little wider. You can keep them hip widths apart. Maybe you'd like to take your elbows and just check into your first forward fold here. Maybe your hamstrings feel a little stiff here. Then just bend the knees a little bit more. Shake your head out. So sometimes we have the tendency to look forward, which strains the neck muscles. So draw the chin to the chest and give it a little shake. And then release the arms down. Either bend the knees or keep them straight as you breathe and reach your arms all the way up. We're going to do that 2 times more. So flowing down, forward folding. As you inhale, roll yourself back up. Lift the chest up first. Lift the heart to the sky. Exhale, folding forward, drawing the hips back. And then again, open your arms to the side or forward if you don't have space. Lift the chest so your back muscles engage. And exhaling, folding forward. Let's do 2 more, in fact. Inhale, the arms reach up, the chest lift, your back muscles pull up the heart. Exhaling, folding forward. And the last one, inhaling, arms reach up. As you inhale, and exhale, folding down. Good. Now step your right leg back behind you. Bring the right foot down to the right knee down, to the floor. To draw the belly button in, press into your left foot and lift your arms up. Hold it here. Think of slightly tilting your tailbone down towards the floor. Lift up to the front of the hips. And we're going to circle the arms again. So we're going to breathe in, lift the arms all the way out to the side and up. As we exhale, we're going to bring them forward. And 2 more times. Arms reach up. And exhale forward. Press into your left foot. Inhale, arms reach up. As we exhale, bring the hands down towards the floor. Step back, the left foot, come into a high plank. Open the chest here. Squeeze the belly in, press hands on the floor. Either into chaturanga or bring your knees down. Bend your elbows backwards. Come onto your belly. Or do a modification as I'm doing. Just roll yourself forward and come into a cat. And then tuck your toes under and push back into a downward facing dog. Pushing the floor away. And draw the heels towards the floor. Maybe you'd like to walk them still out a little bit. Bending one knee and then bending the other. Spread your fingers, turn the fingers slightly out to the side. So you have an L shape from your thumb to the index finger. Roll your shoulders away from the ears. Think of drawing the chest through your arms. Look back towards your toes or navel. And then step the feet together so big toes are touching. Lift up your right leg into the sky. Inhaling here. As you exhale, either bring your right knee to the nose, or you can bring your left knee down and round your back, drawing the knee in. Option, you can just stretch your leg behind you, and then 4 times more, rounding the back, drawing the knee to the nose. Or if you're in the downward dog, lift your right leg up to the sky, and then exhale, draw your knee to the nose. Squeezing in and come forward into plank. And 3 more, inhale, legs reaches up. Exhaling, knee to the nose, warming your body up in this yang-like core energy. Breathe in, last one. Exhale, knee to the nose. Good. Lift the leg 1 more time up to the sky. And then bring the right foot down. Open the leg again wide into a downward dog. And take 3 breaths here and just feeling what it feels like in the left leg and in the right leg. Inhaling and exhaling. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, look forward. Stepping, walking, if it's in your practice, you can hop. Open the chest forward, and as you exhale, fold down. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. And then fold down again. Let's do the other side. Step your left leg back behind you, drop the left knee to the floor. And then press down to the right foot, lift your arms up. Let the tailbone come down, think of opening through the front of the hip. I'm going to circle the arms again, breathing in. Arms reach up, exhaling down. Inhale, arms reach up and down. Think of each time you're lifting the arms a little higher. And then bring them down towards the floor, pressing down to the front foot. Step back into high plank, open the chest, push the floor away, squeeze the belly, exhaling, chaturanga or your variation. I'm doing this variation. Inhale, upward dog or low cobra, so lying on the belly, bending the elbows, chest comes forward. As you exhale, back to downward facing dog. Stay here, feeling into the downward dog. Walk out through the heels a little bit. And then stepping the big toes together, touching, lift up your left leg into the sky. Breathing in. And then 5 times. As you exhale, knee to the nose, coming forward. I'm modifying, I'm just stretching out the leg. And then as I'm exhaling, just drawing it slightly in. Inhaling, stretching. Into your 3-legged dog, exhaling to round, chest comes forward into your plank. And again, inhale, lengthen it back, lift it up. Exhaling, draw it in. 1 more. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, draw it in. And then meet in downward dog. Lift up your left leg. Well, it's high up anyway. And then bring that leg down to the floor. And again, feet hip width apart. Downward dog, walk it out a little bit through the heels. Press the floor away. And then look forward as you exhale. And start to walk hands and feet together to the front. Breathe and open the chest. If you're pregnant, I'm aware that this is difficult, so you can walk the hands backwards and then just step to the front. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And then bring your hands to the heart. Hope you're a little bit warmer. Let's step out to the side. So make a big step out to the side. Turn your toes inwards. Good. And then from here, turning out to mirror you, your right toes to the right. So they're in the same direction as your knee, and your left toes are turning slightly in. The heel of your right foot is in line with the arch of your back leg. Open your arms wide into a warrior 2. Hands sink down into the hips. Try not to overstep, so you want to keep your knee over your ankle or middle of foot. Take a breath in. Straighten your front leg. Exhaling, bend the knee. And again, inhale, lift the arms up, stretch high. Exhaling to bend. 1 more. Inhale, lift the arms high. Exhaling to bend. Find a comfortable position here where you're reaching the arms either way. Your belly is drawn in. You lift up through the heart. Look over your right middle finger. Feel the strength in your legs. Ground through the whole of the foot. Feel your feet on the floor. Roll your shoulders down. And then bring your elbow towards the thigh. Turn your palm facing forward and open the chest. Now, tendency would be that your back leg wants to bend and you want to sort of just let the belly fall out. So draw the belly in, tuck the tailbone under, and then try to lift the chest. And keep looking at your hand so you're not overarching of your arm. You want to lift the chest to your hand. Now, if you're feeling strong and you want to have a nice strong leg work, lift your other arm up. Good. And then start little rotations through the arms. Either both your arms, 3 times one direction, or just one arm, 3 times one direction. And then 3 times the other, like flying. I think it's really easy. Your leg has to work really strongly here. Good. And then reach the arm nice and long over your head. Look to the hand. And then as you exhale, look down. Bring your left hand down to the floor. Lift up your back leg. And then take a little simple twist here. Reaching up through the arm. Breathing in. Hold here. Press down to your lower hand. And then as you exhale, Bring the right hand down, bring your left knee down, come back into this position, so both knees bent. Now reach up your left arm to the sky, and then windmill it back, and place your hand onto your lower back. Your back toes are tucked. If you need some padding for your knees, please be mindful, place something under the knee. Good. Now think of pressing your thigh slightly forward. Tilt your tailbone underneath you, and then think of the heart lifting up. So you're opening the chest as your tailbone is slightly being pushed forward and down. Squeeze your glute, and see if you can make a comfortable back bend that doesn't feel like you're compressing your lower back. And take a breath here. Feel that you're supporting yourself with your hand. If you're feeling ready, you can also see if you can reach the hand back, but it's quite early for this, so just keep the hand here. Maybe you want to lift the arm. And then as you exhale, come back down. Place your hand onto your thigh. Lift the back knee. Reach up both arms. Inhale here, lift the chest. And then bring the arm down. Turn the palm out. Turn the heel down. Turn your palms down to the floor. Straighten your front leg. And then turn the leg in. Other side. Turn the toes to the left hand. Bend your knee. As you inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, bend. Press the floor away with your feet as you lift the arms up. As you exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, lift your arms up. As you exhale, bend. Good. Feel your warrior two. Look over your left middle finger, draw the shoulders down. Keep feeling the whole feet on the floor. And then breathing out, bring your elbow to the thigh. And then turn your palm facing forward. Tilt your tailbone underneath you, so your left hip. And then look to your hand and rotate your chest. Notice if there's any tension in your neck. So when you keep your neck long, you just want to look up to the hand. Feel if there's some space. Your left glute is working hard here. Good. Breathe in. And then again, if you want to do both arms, you might want to come up a little bit. Oh, this is hard work. Good. Do the 3 circles with your arm. I'll have to modify for this side. This side's quite strong today. And 3. And then other side, circling the arms. 1, 2, and 3. Reach your arm over your head in a nice line, look to your hand. And then look to the floor, bring the hand to the floor. Lift the back heel, maybe move the left foot slightly to the side, and reach up through the arm. Inhaling here, keeping the neck long. And again, rotate your chest up to your left hand. And then bring the left hand down, bring your right knee down. Tuck the back toes under. Lift your right arm. Good. Hold here, windmill the arm back. Fingertips pointing down. Squeeze your glute again, lift up the hips. And then open the chest. Think of the heart reaching upwards. You don't just want to slump down into your hips. You want to think of lifting it all up and then as if you're opening through the heart. And if you like, you reach the arm up. Keep pulling that elbow in. The right one. Think which one it is. And slowly coming back down. Good. Press down with the back foot. Come into your high lunge. Inhaling. And then windmill the arms down. Bring your left heel down back into your warrior 2. Beautiful. Breathe in, straighten the left leg. Turn both your toes inwards, bring your hands onto your hips, roll your shoulders back, lift the heart, and then as you exhale, fold forward. Good, and then release your arms. So if you like, you can hold your elbows and drop your head, and take a little rocking side to side. If you feel that you're quite close to the floor, maybe you want to hold the side of your ankles, and see if you can softly rock side to side. And release the back, and the outer hamstrings. And then just find stillness. Think of lifting your thighs up towards your hips. If you need to bend the knees slightly, think of drawing the heart forwards. So bring the weight a little bit forward into the balls of the feet. Lift your shoulders away from the ears if you're pulling on your ankles. And then slowly release by bending your knees. Bring the hands in front of you, turning your toes out to the side and then moving them in, out, in, out. So you're coming into a nice Malasana Squat, froggy squat. Yeah. Bring your hands to the heart. There's a nice release for the lower back. Also a hip opener. If you feel your heels are not on the floor, you might want to roll up a towel so that you have a little sort of something that connects your heels to the floor. Or you can just balance if that feels okay for you. And again, close your eyes. And imagine you're growing roots through your feet. Think of the shoulders drawing back so you can lift your chest up to your hands. Notice how your breath is. And we're slowing down now. Slowing down. So let's come from here, hands to the floor. Good. Move the hands forward and bring your knees down. Come into a tabletop position. And just let's do a few cat-cow curls. So drawing the shoulders back to your hips. And as you exhale around the back. And again, inhale, opening the chest. And then feel the contraction of your back. So the contraction of your core as you open through the shoulder blades. Let's do one more, inhaling. And then exhaling to round. Lovely. Come back to the neutral position. Let's come into a little chest opener from here. Walk your hands forwards. And just keep the hands on the floor. Look forwards and think of slightly drawing the navel in. So your ribs draw in. So the difference is between not sort of collapsing here in the shoulders and just having a little bit of core contraction. And then just start a very smooth sort of half circle with your arms, side to side with your arms, with your nose. Imagine you've got a little pen stuck on your nose and you're drawing a smiley face, so the mouth of the smiley face. So from one side to the other, and the movement is quite small. You'll feel it under the armpits. Open the shoulders here and keep the core slightly engaged. Let's do a few more till you just soften into the toes. Maybe coming closer and closer to the floor. And then when you feel it's comfortable, let your nose draw to the floor and rest your forehead on the floor. If you still need a bit of support, maybe you want to place a pillow or cushion underneath the forehead. If you feel that your nose is slightly being squashed, you can just draw the chin a little bit more towards the chest. You don't want to feel that your forehead is being either pushed forward or up. It should feel fairly gentle. And then again, keep just a slight activity, so slight drawing in through the ribs towards the belly button, which might take off the pressure in your forehead. And just take a breath and then exhale. Connect to that deep breath of releasing. Try to keep the arms long, maybe even straight if that's available to you. And think of the upper arms rotating slightly away from your ears. And then bending one arm and then the other. Bring them next to your ears. Push the floor away. Come back up. And let's take a little wriggle through the spine, side to side. Nice. And then from here, coming to a nice wide open child's pose. So tailbone and hips come together. Hips, heels. And then you can again reach the arms forward and rest the forehead on the floor. Maybe you like to slightly bend the elbows. Maybe you want to make fists with your hands. Try and find something that is now really relaxing for you. just so you get your nervous system in a more relaxed state. Being aware of your heartbeat, the way you breathe, and how the body feels in this moment. Notice the changing of your thoughts, coming and going. And if you notice any more tension in the neck and shoulders, again, let that go as well. And then slowly releasing, coming back up. Push the floor away. Take your time. Come back into a tabletop position. Bring the knees underneath your hips. Take a little wiggle. And then from here, sit on one side and just bring your legs out in front of you. And nice and slowly. You can do a little core exercise if you want. So maybe you just want to roll yourself down really slowly, which I'm not going to do. So you're going to roll yourself down onto your back. Good. And let's just do a little hamstring. So feeling first of all your sit bones on the floor, your knees pointing up to the ceiling, arms and shoulders relaxed. And then lift up your right leg. Take the hands behind your right thigh. Your knee might still be slightly bent. And we're just going to do 5 times. As we inhale, we do nothing. As we exhale, we're going to flex the foot. Just take a little stretch here, but really mindfully and gently. Inhaling, a little bend. The leg might not even straighten fully. Exhaling, just draw it towards you. Think of the tailbone of the right hip moving away from your moon. Again, inhaling, a little bend. Exhaling, hands pull the leg towards you, but your leg wants to sort of pull away. And 2 more. And exhaling, push and pull. And 1 more. Good. And then rotate the ankle just softly in one direction. And in the other direction. Good. And then bend the knee into the chest. Give it a hug. Straighten out through your left leg. And then just for a moment, draw the right knee over to the left side into a spinal twist. You can also bend both knees to the side and open your right arm to the side, looking either up or looking to the right hand. I'm not going to do that, so no twisting if you're pregnant. Just bend the knees, bring your whole body over to the side, and you can just open the arm as an alternative. Take another couple of breaths. And then if you're coming back, top knee first, if you have both knees bent, and then the other leg first, last, second, and then step down the right leg, another side, holding your left knee, or left thigh. Take a breath in as you exhale, stretch to the foot, think of pushing the leg away from you as your arms pull, inhaling to bend, and exhaling to push it up. Should feel like a nice gentle stretch, inhaling a little bend. If you're quite flexible, you can hold a little higher, in a little bend, exhaling, squeeze, and 1 more inhale, bending, and exhale, squeezing, hold it here, rotate the ankle, and change direction. Good, and then bend the knee into your chest, lengthen your right leg away from you. Take a moment to pull it in, and then rolling the left knee over to the right side, either with both knees bent, or right leg straight, and then you can lift up the left arm and rotate it to the side. If you're pregnant, just do the arm, so no twisting. Few more breaths. And slowly release, coming back, lifting the left leg then the right. And then stretch your legs away from you. Good. Wriggle your legs away, and then just place the hands next to you. Good. And then just squeeze the whole body into the floor. Press your heels down, squeeze your buttocks. If you're not pregnant, press the belly in, press your hands into the floor, draw your chin to the chest. So you're making a big imprint on the floor with your body. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, relax everything. And let's do that 2 more times. Press everything down, squeeze the back of the head into the floor. Push the hands in the floor, make fists, and release. And then 1 more. Press everything down. Deep breath in, exhaling. Release. And then you can soften the hands, let the fingers just naturally curl. Maybe 1 more time, shake out the legs. Make it comfortable for you, so if you do need something under the knees, or you want a pillow or blanket over you, or a pillow under your head. Otherwise, we're just going to stay here for a couple of minutes. I'm going to lie on my side. So if you're pregnant and you like to lie on your side, do that. Let yourself surrender to the weight of your body. Let it just become very heavy and still. Notice any sensations that come up. And check in with your jaw and your tongue. Are they soft? The area between your eyebrows. Fully aware of all that's going on, which is our practice. When we consciously practice like this, we become more and more aware of what is right and good for us, what we need in that moment, moment by moment. And we become more used to sensations that might also be challenging for us. Finding the right dosage for our practice. The right effort, the right release. And then when you feel ready, take a long deep breath in. Fill yourself up with air, maybe hold it even for a tiny moment, and then exhale, sigh it out. Notice again what happens afterwards in your body. Maybe you want to do it again. Deep breath in, and then exhaling out. And then on the next inhale, just slowly start to move your fingers and toes. Maybe you want to take a stretch over the head and make yourself long like an arrow. And then you can bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a little hug. Roll over to one side and push the floor away. When you're ready, so head stays soft, just push the floor away, keeping maybe your eyes closed or half closed. Coming to a comfortable seated position for yourself. And just rest your hands in your lap or your thighs, or your knees. And feel again the balance of your head on top of the spine, on top of your hips, legs relaxed. If you feel you need something under the hips, if you feel your knees are quite high up, just bring something under the hips to sit a little higher. And keep continuing to breathe slowly and softly. Face relaxed. And when you feel ready, bring your hands to your heart center and lift your heart to your hands. Take a moment to check in how you feel now, to how you started this practice, and take with you into your now rest of the day what served you. So anything you noticed, anything that you felt gave you joy, grounding, compassion, or focus, whatever else it was. And then I'm going to close the practice and offer you an Om. Take a breath in and sigh it out. And then inhaling to chant. Namaste everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of the day.